Hey, it's episode 96 of The Zone, Aussie Max Zone. How's all going? This week it's recorded 19th of May 2015, and welcome to the show. It's brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au. It's Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting, athwebhosting.com.au, where you will find web hosting services, surprisingly, on Australian servers. So jump on down and get involved. From little plans from $5.95 per month, and they'll get you started. So good work. Now let's have a talk to Michael. He's in tonight. Hey, Michael.
Yes, I'm here, mate.
How you doing,
everybody? We're doing great, mate. It's been really good. Caught up on a lot of my work. Still overflowing, but we're doing good.
Good. Well, that's good. As long as if you're overflowing, that means you're busy. You're making money, so that's great. Good stuff. doesn't flow
that's
like
how
that.
It's supposed to work.
Yeah, it doesn't flow like that in my world. I seem to be busy but not making anything.
Yeah,
but that's just how it works.
Not enough time to invoice, then you get right into trouble.
Yeah, well, that's right. And then you start forgetting things that you should have invoiced. Right. Oh no, that's where you've got to start Dick Tracying into your little Apple Watch.
It's great stuff, mate. It is great stuff.
Yeah, how's that thing going?
Fantastic.
Yeah, what do you use it for?
I use it for making notes, as in add invoice customer to inbox,
right?
So then it goes into my inbox.
Yeah.
Then at least reminds me where I was at the time.
Right.
I use it for making calls. Just call my wife and it just rings her up.
Yep.
Keeping an eye on my heartbeat.
Now, can you use I suppose you could. This is probably more of a phone integration, but you can have one of those little earpiece Bluetooth things. And so, can you just tap on your phone and then start talking through your ear? You know what I mean? Well, not talk through your ear, but tap on your phone. Say, call the wife into your phone, into your wrist.
Yeah.
The call connects.
Yep.
And then you just start talking because
just starts chatting away
through your earpiece.
Yeah.
Don't even have to pull your phone out.
Nah.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Something useful.
And remember, if it's plugged into power, you just go, "Hey Siri," and it'll start working.
Plugged into power.
Yeah, if you got it, even if it's like power in the car, so as long as it's being powered at the time, you say, "Hey Siri," she'll say, "What do you want?"
Oh, so she doesn't like working off battery.
No, the "Hey Siri," just saying "Hey Siri."
Yeah.
Instead of having to actually even touch the phone.
Right.
If she's in power, she could be in the glove box, and you go, "Hey Siri, call Glenn," just to annoy him, and she'll say, "Which Glenn?"
Yep. Is that the annoying one?
Yeah, and she'll say, "You want work or mobile?" And I'll go mobile, and boom, she'll start calling out. Whereas if she's not plugged into power, I just start the conversation just by holding down the button. She says, "How can I help you?"
Oh, right. Okay. And have you put any apps on there? Any exciting apps or anything like that? Or it's pretty basic so far? That you use it for?
On my watch, I've got my to-do list one. Pretty basic, yeah. Just like the one I use the most is Things, which is my to-do list application, which syncs across all my computers, iPad, phone, watch.
Nice.
And the other one that I've just started because I just got back on the train again the other day doing some travel was iTrip.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, and it just tells me like the next train is in or the next bus is in 5 minutes, or the next train's in 20 minutes, and go to platform 2 and get on the train. And
how good's that?
Excellent.
Yes, unreal. Unreal.
Not having to look for my phone or get it out in the rain or.
Oh, very good. You're on fire. Now I've just lost my show notes. Can you?
So it's handy. It's definitely handy.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So as you'll see, we haven't got anyone else here tonight or this week. So I think poor Jace, he's got a little frog in his throat, and I'm not sure. Garth is just not on. He does bi-weekly, I think, or he wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just me and Michael. So let's talk about the Oculus Rift. Does everyone know what the Oculus Rift is? Well, it's the thing you stuff on your face and you look like a knob, but there it is. It's stuck on your eyes and it's like immerses you into a 3D world. Interesting, but very good. But anyway, so the story isn't about the Oculus Rift. It's about how it will not really work on the Apples. So apparently it's been delayed, and there is no timeline for it even to be kicked on. There's no roadmap for it to go.
And they're saying that the graphics chips aren't really suitable that are in most Macs, because most of our graphics chips are mobile chips, even in the iMac. So that's part of the challenge. So even if you were to install Parallels on your machine and say, now I've got Windows, therefore I can run it, no, you can't, because the graphics chip's still not up to scratch.
Does Mac, do you think, is there a need for, say, Apple to start having some of these things plug and play, like pull out a graphics card, put one in? You know, like obviously just an approved one and that's it, nothing else. But, do you think it's, say you spend $4,000 on a Mac, that you can't use the Oculus Rift because of the graphics card? Wouldn't it be good they could publish it or put out a graphics card and you could just plug in the new one and it would work?
Well, it does work on it would, if they wrote the program for it. It will work on a Mac Pro that's got a suitable graphics card.
Right. Yeah, so apparently the...
how many people... But my next question, are there games... I don't think there's enough games out there that you're going to use the Oculus Rift for. They're actually written for the Mac anyway, optimized. Like even the chipsets, even the one on the Mac Pro, it's not optimized for gaming.
Yes. Well, I don't think there's no real high-end games on the Mac, is there?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, it's not a gaming machine.
No.
It's for business.
We create things on here, mate. We
productivity.
Don't just play them. We're creators.
Now, the Oculus Rift was bought by Facebook for $2 billion in March last year. Get your teeth around that. Now, the final version of the Oculus Rift will display 2160 by 1200, which is pretty high, across two eyepieces. So it's been noted that maintaining this quality at high frame rates is extremely demanding. So the Oculus has set equally high recommended system specifications, and these include the equivalent of a 3.3 gigahertz Intel i5 processor, NVIDIA GTX 970 or AMD 290 graphics card, and 8 gig of RAM. So I think the Macs have that covered, apart from obviously must be the graphics chips.
The graphics chips, the ones, yeah.
So at a minimum, users who've got a PC with Windows 7 or whatever, you need a minimum Windows 7 Service Pack 1, 2 USB 3 ports, which is becoming more and more commonplace, and a HDMI 1.3 port, allowing a 297 megahertz clock via direct output. Jeez, how's that go? So anyway, so as Michael said, there's a couple of Macs that may run it, may support it. Even the 5K iMac, which that one starts at US 2499, uses either AMD, as if these going to make any sense, but AMD M290X or M295X mobile graphics card. The Mac Pro should in theory, have no problems. Yeah, so I don't know. What are you going to do? I'll tell you what you do. Because iPhone has apparently just been granted. I think we must have discussed this a couple of months ago, but iPhone has just been granted the patent for the old iPhone slide-in device in front of your eyes.
Yeah, so the Google Cardboard, yeah.
Yeah, so how come Google hasn't jumped up and down? Because they had sort of something similar, didn't they?
Yes, I don't know.
They wouldn't be like them not to patent it, would it? I don't know.
Well, maybe there must be some difference, or maybe Apple were doing it beforehand.
But yeah, so Apple, they applied for it, and apparently they've got it. This isn't one of the stories.
Don't know.
And they did get it.
I'm more interested in the... Yeah. But I'm more interested in the Microsoft one, where it's virtual reality that but you're looking through it
in the real world.
Yeah.
Is that the HoloLens?
Sort of, yeah, because you should get less sick, because people still get sick using the Oculus Rift, because they've got to have the frame rate, like it's not the frame rate, it's the 90 hertz. That's a minimum sort of speed you need for to stop you getting sick. Plus, what's the point in putting a set of goggles on that you can't see through?
That's right. You
and
fall
then,
over.
And then what are you going to do? Just walk on the spot instead of walking around a room and things and tripping over.
Yeah. Oh, look, yeah, the Microsoft ones, if you haven't seen a demo, go to YouTube or somewhere, Google it, go HoloLens, Microsoft, and you can see, like, say you put your glasses on or whatever it is on your face, but you can see through them, so you can still see the world around you, okay? And so say you've got a lounge in your room, like your lounge, then this HoloLens, it'll build something virtually on that lounge, if you know what I mean. So it looks like something is sitting on the lounge. Yeah, it's pretty good. And what other things like?
I thought, I reckon that's the future, not the Oculus Rift. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I reckon it is too, for sure. Well, once HoloLens comes out and perfected and does the business.
Yeah.
Oh, Oculus Rift, ta-da! Who's that? Oculus, they fell into a rift. Yeah,
I can see sitting on a lounge like the Oculus Rift. You can sit on a lounge and pretend you're on a roller coaster. Just going side to side and back and forward, little things like that. But actually
immersed in the real world. I don't know what you can't walk around a room. You know what I mean? Like I just don't know what you. Yeah, well, could you imagine?
But I'm an old bloke, you know.
Oh no, you're right. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. I think. But could you imagine Facebook? They'd be pretty dirty, forking out $2 billion. And then Microsoft dumps the HoloLens onto the market. Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. They're finished. Okay. All right. So speaking of patents and whatevers, what are you doing with Samsung?
Well, so as we know, last year Apple defeated Samsung in court, and then Samsung filed an appeal saying that we don't really owe them $930 million for copying the iPhone and some of the other patents that it had. So Samsung went to the appeals court. They've been going through that, and it was finally decided this week that Samsung did violate Apple's design patents. So they've got to pay for that, but they don't have to pay for the trade dress, which is some of the costs and things that are associated with it. So they might get knocked down to $600 million or $800 million, depends how what they think was applied in the last as the trade dress in the last case. Yeah,
but you might be thinking there at home on your bed listening to us. You might be thinking, well, the Samsung Galaxy doesn't look anything like the Apple iPhone and blah blah blah. But I think, and I thought the same thing. But when I read further into the story and saw the actual Samsung model that I think they were jumping up and down the most, and this has been going on for years.
Yeah,
that it did look exactly like the 3S. It did. It looked exactly like it, and that's why Apple's obviously had a conniption and gone crazy.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's right. And fair enough too, I think, because the case has been going on for what 5 years.
Yes,
and like I say, it was identical.
Yeah.
So how many people bought one and then went, 3 weeks later went, oh, that's not really what I was expecting.
I bought this at the Samsung shop. I wanted an Apple. I wasn't expecting
or
this.
The AT&T guy got. But he went to you go to the AT&T store. The AT&T guy's on a bonus for selling a Samsung, but he's not for selling an Apple. He's going to push you to the Samsung. And if you go, look, they're identical. This one does this. This one does this. This one does this. And from experience, it does everything 90%.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same, is it?
No, that's right. Now, let me ask you a question. Am I breaking up to you? Am I breaking up with you?
No, you've been pretty good.
Okay, right, cool. It's just it's just been a couple of little stop starts there from you, and I just thought, maybe I'm you're not getting me clearly or whatever, and I was going to start the Skype again. But if everything's cool,
no, that's good. I'm just thinking harder tonight.
oh, okay, right. You got to perform, eh? When I'm on the show.
That's right.
Okay. Now, look, don't forget the other shows. Aussie Tech Heads, you can find that in iTunes as well, or on whatever other podcatcher you might use, which I can't see you be using anything else. There's probably, I suppose you'd use TuneIn app or something. I think it's on that as well. But, iTunes. Right. iTunes is the way to go, isn't it? What else is going on? Oh, don't forget the AussieTechRadio.com. It's back-to-back 24/7 tech shows from Australia and New Zealand. So all the ones that have asked to be on, ones that I've asked if they want to be on, we've put them on. So there you go. You can get that new shows every Friday. So if you're into all that sort of stuff, put it in the background like Michael does, let it play all day and all night. And rocks himself to sleep with it.
Can't go to sleep. Can't complain about
no.
The beautiful tech radio.
No. Perfect if you can't go to sleep.
As soon as that Aussie Tech Heads comes on, mate, I'm snoring like a beauty.
Don't worry about counting sheep. Count the mistakes in the show. You'll be asleep in 2 seconds. All right. What else have we got going here? Apple Tech. Yeah, right about this one. So now the US government, wants the top 140 tech companies to build in a back door into their systems. They're, like the iPhone. So the FBI and so forth, if they go down, they crack some drug dealer's skull open and they drag his phone back to the compound. They go, can't get into this, it's encrypted. Well, the government wants a back door available to them to be able to get in and decrypt what might be in there. Now, I'm not sure if we mentioned this before on this show or not, but I think we might have. But anyway, that's the story. So now there's a letter that has been sent to Barack Obama asking him to reject these proposals. So that's what's going on there. In a letter to be delivered to President Barack Obama on Tuesday, requesting the White House reject incoming government proposals that would modify current policies to allow law enforcement to access users' encrypted data. So, what you may think, what is wrong with this? Look, I think it is wrong. Not from the point of view that, you want it to catch the criminals, but, not everyone is a criminal. And once the back door is open, it's pretty hard to close, I reckon. Like, once someone knows the key, then the key's going to be duplicated. And
That's
duplicated.
Right. That's the worst
And duplicated.
Part,
yeah, so then you're going to have security holes all over the place. You can't close you can't fix a, broken window.
That's right.
Something like that.
Can't close the gate after the horse has bolted.
Yeah. You can't suck up spilt milk. All that sort of stuff. All that sort of stuff. I don't know. So what have we got here? Former Deputy Attorney General James Cole said at the time that Apple's iOS encryption poses a hindrance to crime-fighting operations and would one day lead to the death of a child. Crazy. He's drawing long bows, isn't he? Now, but, like, what? Let's say it's like a telephone, in the old days, it's like a telephone conversation that's not recorded because they didn't have the technology to record it. So it's gone. Once it's happened, it's gone. I reckon just leave it alone. So you think this is a bad idea, Michael, just from your little comments there?
Oh, yes. They say, if you're not doing anything wrong, you've got nothing to fear. But that's not an accurate statement. You've only got to look at Egypt over the last 4 years. That's my first example all the time. Is because a group of people got voted in. They could have changed the law, and bang, they got kicked out after, what was it, 9 months or something he was in power for. But he could have done unbelievable amounts of damage just with people's information.
Yeah.
And yes, they're probably overreacting to the circumstances, but that was going from one extreme to another. Yeah, but most of the people in Egypt are still the same people, aren't they? They haven't changed what they do 99% of the time. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, maybe they might, what they could do is maybe do what the NSA do. You know, they're intercepting this is the story, isn't it? They're intercepting the truckloads of routers and all this sort of stuff and sticking their little chips into all these routers that are going out everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's what they reckon Huawei did. That's why you're not allowed to use Huawei in America on government sites and things like that. So
yeah, and so it's just pouring it. Maybe they could just do this to phones that they ship into Iraq or somewhere, and just deal with it that way. But anyway, that's what's going on there. So that's
I can't understand how they think it's a good idea. Like, I believe they should be able to improve their own technology to cover it anyway.
He's saying that this FBI director, James Comey, he's come out and voiced similar opinions and concerns, saying that iOS data encryption puts consumers above the law, and Apple is actively advertising that fact. Like, that's not right.
That's not what they're doing, is it?
No, that's not right. They're just trying to tighten up people's secure documents. With iOS 8, Apple built an encryption system so secure that it is technically incapable of decrypting a user's device, even with the appropriate documentation. The lockout method was not well received by officials wanting to access the user's data. So just do some police work. Get it somewhere else, somehow else. Like, it's encrypted, you nongs. So, like, if they did this, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just... it just keeps coming back to once the door is open, it's hard to close it, and
like if
the secret's out.
Let's just say they'd already done it. Just worst case scenario, they've already done it, and it comes out tomorrow. Oh, we've and proven that my information's been cracked. Everyone that day, and a massive. And China especially, China would ban the phone for a start, and everyone else would stop buying it.
Yeah. What about a device?
They'd be screwed.
What about
Apple would be gone.
What about a device that they could give the government that could? But I don't think Apple knows how to decrypt it either, do they? They've done the algorithm, but they wouldn't even know the answer.
It's a matter of if there's an algorithm, it must be crackable. Just that. It takes so long to do the crack that they're saying, maybe the guys, maybe it takes 18 months to crack it. If you just sat there going boom, 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 and let's say it took 18 months to crack, but because the law says you're not allowed to keep someone for, more than 80 hours or whatever it is. Yeah. Maybe you can't keep them there that long while you're trying to crack it. Yeah, so that's how they get away with it. I'm not an expert on it,
but maybe Apple could just using Apple as an example. There's 140 of the companies that are supposed to be doing this. But say, make a device, give it to the government, so the device is uncrackable, but they can read the phone. So there's only one device in existence, or two devices in existence, or whatever.
But how can it?
Well, it might work. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, because you still got to crack the phone to read it, don't you?
Look, I think Barack Obama seems to be pretty technically minded. He's gonna squash this, wouldn't he? You'd think so.
Yeah, well, I would expect so. Yeah,
he did his first tweet through the week, wasn't it? From his first tweet from his personal account off the Apple Watch.
Yeah, and it's not. And I thought, yes, it's a personal account, but apparently it's not a personal account. It'll actually go to be passed on to whoever the next president is too. That particular account.
Oh, so it's supposed to be a secure account.
Yeah.
Do you reckon does Twitter and all that put a few more little extra bells and security whistles on?
I would believe so. You would hope so, wouldn't you?
You would hope so. Maybe maybe IP addresses trying to log in.
Yeah,
and all that sort of stuff.
And like, the president's already got a Twitter account, but it's one that his staff use as well as he does. But they put his name, for something that he was tweeting, as opposed to his staff doing it for him. It would have his name after it to say that it was him.
Yeah.
Whereas this is more of a personal account, just so it's him. But what's he going to say?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's high.
Or maybe he uses it like I reckon 99% of people use Twitter.
Yeah.
He's just going to vent. Just
He might do
that
too.
bloody people in Parliament, they give me the craps.
Bloody
Politicians
MasterChef.
annoy the crap out of me.
Yeah. Watching MasterChef. Isn't this show a joke? All right. Had another fight with Huawei. Whatever. Now you've got you've had customers this week. You've written here,
Yeah, so
and they've had problems.
we've had a little challenge this week, so I want to make everybody aware, right? So, because I had a second customer in, and they've been complaining that they've been getting pop-ups on their
Right.
screen, like advertising pop-ups, or and when I actually saw it, I was very impressed with the dicks that have written it, but
This is on a Mac, not
it's on
yeah.
a Mac.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's malicious software on the machine.
Yeah.
Right. So, and it actually comes up with a thing saying, ring this 1300 number to get help. And so she rang the 1300 number and they said, oh, let me log into your machines. So they let them log in, and then they opened up terminal and did a couple of things and showed her what was running and saying, see all of that stuff there? That's all viruses. And it wasn't. It was proper things that were running.
Or something.
But she definitely had been infected, because otherwise that 1300 number wouldn't have been there in the first place. Right?
Well, that's what they do with the Windows. They ring you up, and from Microsoft, and they'll take you. They'll go, look, we'll prove it to you that you got a virus, and so they take you to, I think it's the event viewer, and there's all these exclamation marks, which doesn't mean you got a virus. That just means, hello, there might be something wrong here. And they say, look at all those, look at them.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes. So you get sucked in. Yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, but this one it specifically had infected Safari. So one of it is Genio.com, Genio, I think it was .com. So we had Safari running on the left-hand side of the screen, Google Chrome running on the right-hand side of the screen. We had my website up.
Yep.
And Chrome was fine, right? But on Safari, so where I've got a bit of scrolling text going like a Flash, it's not in Flash, but like Flash, so you've got scrolling text going, that actually put pictures on top of that.
Right.
And then also on my welcome page, there was, you'd be watching it, it had just come up, and then these pictures had come up, and then in the text on my page, the text would change just a little bit, and two words were highlighted, made bold, and underlined. And one was an ad for a couple's, meet women in your area type ad.
Yeah.
And one was on investment banking, because it had to do because the word money was on my website.
Right.
They'd actually gone in, worked out what word was there, changed that word on the screen in Safari. So it definitely looked like it was my website, had those words in it.
Yeah, right. Wow, that's all right.
So whoever wrote it's clever.
Yeah. So
it was really well done. But don't put crap on your machine. And the way it gets there is if you go to download a movie from somewhere and it says you don't have a codec to play this, don't look up the. Don't say click here to install the codec. Don't do it, because you don't need it. Your machine, if you haven't got the right bit of software to play that movie, get the movie in a different format.
I think if you wanted to do that, if you wanted the codec, could I say this? You might not like this, but could I say maybe you could download like a video player, a reputable one, maybe VLC. Is a good one.
That will play everything, right?
And pretty much that'll bring the codec that you need with it.
Yeah.
And that will probably help.
Yeah, but they think, it must have something special in the movie so I can watch it, and they don't understand that. So we're just trying to preempt people and help them understand.
Well, it has got something special in it.
Make sure you understand what every bit of software that installs on your computer for a Mac asks for the username and password. So if you've downloaded a movie and it says, add your username and password to watch the movie, you don't have to.
No.
It's doing something else without telling you.
That's right. Now, most importantly, how did you get rid of it? Did you get rid of it?
Well, first I got rid of nearly all of it just by going in and looking at Activity Monitor and seeing what was running, going through all of that bit by bit. But then I end up just getting a bit of software, which I'll just try and find the name of it again, because they got a free version.
I think while you're looking at that.
And I was made aware of this beforehand, so it did come from a reputable place. I'm just trying to find the software now, but
while you look at that, because I had a similar sort of inquiry this week, and I do field Mac inquiries, but I don't actually do anything with them. But yeah, he said he had something similar. He had pop-ups going on all over the place. And I went, interesting, on a Mac. And I remembered, I'm not sure if this is the same software as you're going to pull out, but AVG has a Mac version of their software, and I don't know the outcome of this guy. I just said, mate, go down and download that, run that. That doesn't fix it. You might have to go to Apple and have a bit of a chat.
Yeah, well, AVG would have fixed it as well. Yeah, I didn't try AVG because I was just told to try this other one, which I can't.
There's a few of them nowadays starting to come out. Yeah, so I think the viruses, I don't know, you probably wouldn't put an antivirus on your Mac as part of the in the normal course of events as you would a PC. Like as soon as I reformat a PC, the very first thing I do is download AVG.
Yeah.
And that's the absolute very first thing I do when I hook it up to the internet. So, yeah. Did you find that one?
Nah, not yet.
All right. Well, that'll be homework.
But I'll keep looking. But yeah, definitely, like, again, install it. Install the AVG. Do the antivirus thing, get rid of it all, and then uninstall it again. That's what I recommend. And AVG is reputable, so you go directly. Make sure it's only the AVG website that you're on.
Yep. And there is a free, well, for the PC, there's a free version. I think there's confusion with the PC version is that I think after 30 days it might say, do you want to buy it or do you click here if you want to get internet security or something as well. And it must be very badly worded because I've had a lot of people say, well, I thought you said this was free, but it's turned into paid. So there must be, but obviously they've clicked the wrong thing. But there must be some terminology as the time goes on that tricks people into trying to pay. Yeah, but that's all right. It's not malicious. It's just they got to get paid. They can't buy it. If it fixes your computer, buy it. There you go.
That's right.
You should.
That's right.
Yeah, it's $50 a year.
I wouldn't leave. There are a couple of other antivirus softwares, but I don't believe you need to leave them running on your Mac. So.
And iPhones, iOS devices. They just don't get problems.
No, because I think they're sandboxed too well to even think about it.
Yeah. And another thing that looks like
everything's, and that's the thing. See that when you're downloading a movie, you're not getting it from the Mac App Store, are you?
No, well, this is true. And I suppose if you download on the Mac, MP4s have to be the format for the phones, the iOS.
Yeah,
and maybe even for iTunes. Yeah, so if you download anything but an MP4, it might not play natively.
Yeah, no, but VLC is reputable.
Yes.
If you get it from vlc.org directly.
Yep. And that'll bring if you still can't play it after that, go and get another version.
Yeah.
Because
true.
VLC
there's something else going on, yeah.
Yeah, it'll come with heaps of codecs and all the codecs you can eat for supper.
Yeah.
Heaps. All right. So now we're coming out soon. Is it going to be, rumoured to be released at the Worldwide Developers Conference, the Apple TV version, 4, is it? Must be version 4. The little hockey puck thing, Duva. So instead of the television set, apparently, look, I read a couple of stories on this television set that Apple's supposed to be bringing out, and even from these, like the New York Times or whatever it is, or the Guardian, or all these hobnodge bloody papers, and the reporting is pretty woeful, I reckon, because it's like sources close to to Tim Cook.
Yeah.
And then, so first of all, first paragraph, it's sources close to, and then it turned, I think, into the second paragraph, it's had a quote from these sources, but referred to them as, they went, blah, 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 these people said. And I'm thinking, this is so loose. Like, did you just make it up? You can make anything up. But anyway, apparently the actual set.
Well, then in the same country, let alone the same planet. Yeah.
But apparently the actual set is, the actual TV set is apparently rumoured to be off the table. And look, some of the comments were pretty funny, actually, under the thing, because one guy got on there and he was going, "Oh yeah, it's off the table because if Apple bought out a TV set, there'd be a special plug to plug it into. There'd be special HDMI converters that you would need, and all this sort of stuff. And who's going to pay triple the price for a TV set?" So
that's right.
Yeah. But anyway, so then it concentrated on the little Apple hockey puck. Might be getting an update. So that looks like what's going to happen.
We are hoping so. Yes.
In June, yes. The new device is rumoured to ship with a faster processor, revamped remote control and touchpad input, dedicated app store, and Siri integration. Interesting. Geez, I'll tell you what, you're going to start, one of these days, you're just going to go, "Hey, Siri," and the whole house, you'll hear this, "Yes," from every room in your house. Won't you?
Not you, the other one. No, the other one.
Lounge room Siri. Yes. Because all the Siris will just be blah. So anyway, reports have also pointed to an over-the-top subscription service designed to compete with traditional cable providers. So, God, who knows what that's going to be. But anyway, in June, so we haven't got long to wait. So that'll be exciting, actually, because I've got 2 Apple TVs. And I do like them. And I noticed, and thankfully, it's really slow going, but every now and then a new little app will pop up for us in Australia up on the screen of the Apple TV. And I think we've got the Stan, we've got the Netflix, we've got the Cricket, and there was another couple that just popped up the other day. Now, I can't remember what they are now for the life of me.
Isn't there a new one where...
What were
Telstra, Foxtel Sports, so you can hire so you can pay whatever it is and just get sports.
Really?
$15 a month or something.
No.
Just get Foxtel Sports.
Really? Oh, Foxtel won't like that. Well, they must, but
no. But this is Foxtel. It has to be Foxtel.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it has to be. That's right. But Apple TV, apps. Let's have a look. That's got me.
I don't have it in front of me, so I can't.
Yeah, what's on Apple TV Australia? Okay, let's have a look here. Oh, that's just all words. I can't do words. I need pictures. There's too many words. Look,
Apple TV Australian.
I can't remember what the new ones were, but that's interesting. What they were.
So I actually thought about it just to get my Grand Prix back.
Well, you look up what's on there, and I'll look up Foxtel on the Apple. Foxtel, Apple TV. Foxtel versus Netflix. I can't believe that'd be right. Do you reckon? Where'd you see that? Do you reckon that is right? That's
I haven't had a look at my machine yet, but here we go. Fox Sports now comes to Apple TV.
Foxtel Go. Oh, that's
that's different.
Yeah. Fox, here it is.
Aussie footy fans have an insular taste in sport and demand.
Yes, Fox Sports comes to the Apple TV.
Similar to cricket. To watch full match replays, you need a $4.99 per week Fox Sports Now subscription. Builds existing Fox Sports News iPad app, which is $4.99 per week for non-Foxtel subscribers. Prepare to jump in and pay $50 for real Foxtel with a sports package. Yeah, so it could be. So what's that? $20 a month?
Yeah, but it doesn't offer full match replays, so they're only replays at best, and they're not full match replays. Yeah. You get access to the Apple TV and iPad apps for free if you're a home Foxtel subscriber. Cool. Yeah. With a sports package, plus you can also watch
Now, to watch full match replays, you'll need a $4.99 per week Fox Sports Now subscription using your iTunes account.
Yeah, right. Okay, I might have to look into this further. I didn't see that one come out. That's good. And this came out on the 7th of May.
Yeah, it's only new.
Yeah, I mean, we should have picked this up in the last couple of weeks. If you're keen to pay enough for Fox Sports now, then you're probably prepared to jump in and pay $50 per month for a real Foxtel with a sports package. Fox Sports now might seem like great value for money to some people, but it's certainly a big step down the road towards unbundled sport on demand.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you're a sports freak, there it is there. Or, yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
But I've got to find out whether my Grand Prix are on there. That's what I'm missing the most this year.
Yeah. Can't you'd probably be able to stream them from somewhere, couldn't you? There'd be somewhere you could pay, couldn't you? VPN and pay someone.
I could probably VPN and do the BBC.
You see, the BBC are shutting down their BBC
They have them all the time.
iPlayer. No, their iPlayer global app.
Are they?
Yeah. So just can't do it anymore after this month, I think.
Oh, well, that'll be another VPN job, won't it?
Oh, that's right. Hey, maybe they got shares in VPNs. Who knows? All right. Oh, let's get back on track. Now,
Yes.
Okay, so that's that thing. Well, what else have you got? I think
So
out,
with the TV. Like,
yes. There we
yeah.
go. Back to the TV, yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Apple TV, hoping it'll have HomeKit. So that'll be the base for all your HomeKit stuff, so that you only need one app on your phone altogether. You don't need 15 different apps for turning things on and off. That's one thing to look forward to. Another one is playing games. So you'll be able to buy games specifically for the Apple TV. And if you've got a thing where you can slide your hand up and down on the controller, which, for swapping pages and scrolling around, you can play a lot of games with that, and you've got buttons on it too. So
you can play a lot of games. Sliding your hand up and down on a controller. That's
exactly
useful.
right.
Yeah. So, that's that. Hopefully, Apple is bringing that fun and entertaining motion to the Apple TV.
And we've only got a couple of weeks to find out.
That's right. That's the best part. That's the best part about a story that was written 6 months ago. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. All right. Yeah, look, I'd be keen to see the new Apple TV. Look, I've got 2 Apple TVs and 2 Chromecasts, and they each do their own different things, and there's just their own different things, isn't it? Chromecast is all right, but the Apple I use on my Apple TV or on my iPhone now is now supporting Chromecast, so that's making things interesting.
Yeah, it's astounding, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Plex on the iOS that supports Chromecast. I can't see Apple natively going to support Chromecast anytime soon. Especially when even the watch does. When you search on the watch, you get Bing or Yahoo or something. You don't get Google. They hate Google. hate, vomit. Right.
Look, there was a story this week about Apple have invested some money and hired some guys to start making their own search facilities.
Oh, right.
And if they're not paying Google, because they pay Google a lot of money for their search.
Yeah.
But if they can get Siri to do their own, Siri find Aussie tech heads.
Yeah.
And they've already, they're scouring the web, just crawling it the same as Google do. They've just got to do it,
Google's got a good algorithm.
Yeah, and but there's no. They're just going to look up the word Aussie tech heads. It's not that hard, is it?
No, but where's she going to look it up?
She's just going to scrape the web the same as Google already do.
What, instantly?
Yeah, if you've got Google keep all that information there somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. It's not just you wouldn't scrape it instantly.
Yeah, so if they just calculate. No, but they've gone along. They scrape it every couple of hours.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the site, right?
Yeah.
And then if Apple do the same thing, but don't have to pay Google to give you the answer, and you're never going to get any ads, because you don't get any ads now when you ask Siri to do something.
No, but I mean, like, I don't know. You've used Bing, haven't you? You ever tried Bing?
Nah.
Oh, see, well, that's from obviously from Microsoft, and you'd
Yeah.
think that that'd be a fair contender for Google, but it's not.
It's not even close, is it?
Like,
That's what I can't understand it myself.
yeah, because I like when I format a machine or whatever, as I said, I go to AVG. The first thing I do, because after the format, the IE is the Internet Explorer is geared up for Bing, Microsoft search engine, and you type in something in there. The crap you get back, and it's just very unreadable. And you can go through 2 pages and go, "Where is this free AVG I'm looking for?" And then you go, "Bugger it!" And then you just go Google.com free AVG first hit.
Yeah.
And it's just, what's Bing doing? So it obviously must be hard, and so I think Siri might have a bit of work cut out for her.
That's right.
Yeah, she better get cracking.
But they've got some, and that's why I don't understand, like Yahoo, because Yahoo's a search company, and they just pay Bing, and but they put their own ads all around it. Like, so
yeah. Well, I think they tried their search, but they haven't come up with the right way to do it. Google's got the right way. Their search is instant.
That's what they do.
They're great. It's the best. Like, you can't believe that Google
been doing it long enough to understand it, don't they?
Yeah, you can't believe that they can give you a result from 7 billion web pages.
That's right.
Instantly. Yeah, crazy.
In fractions of seconds. Yeah.
Yes, fractions of seconds.
Just talking about that again, something else you reminded me of, because you said search for free AVG. They're also, Google are going to stop taking advertising, putting any advertising or taking money from advertisers and putting it on there for people that are searching for free stuff.
Right.
Because the ads are just like malicious software sites and things.
Yeah, right.
Because that's who else is going to advertise? The person's deliberately not wanting to spend any money. That's why they've put the word free in the first place.
Yes.
And the only people that put ads there are malicious software people. So that Apple are going to, Google are going to stop doing that. They're going to stop taking ads, putting ads on free when you ask for something free.
Right.
But it also limits what you're searching for, doesn't it? So,
but you'll still get your result, but just with no ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
but it just won't have that. Yeah, no ads. Because you've asked for something free, you obviously don't want to spend any money.
That's right.
So the only people that are going to target you are people that want to have that are making the money some other way by, for example, putting malicious software that puts ads that not necessarily Google's making any money from later on either. So
that's right. But I think Google's pretty. They run a tight ship, don't they?
Yeah, and that's one way of stopping this malicious software getting around, isn't it?
Yeah,
or slow it down anyway.
Yeah, because even like with people that have infections on their actual computer at home, like things are getting pretty tight. I think like you all of a sudden I went out to a client the other day whose email stopped working, their scanner stopped working, and all this sort of stuff, and finally worked out that there was viruses on the machine. Therefore, sending spam out through their mail.bigpond.com. And so BigPond's gone, oh, hello. And all these other blacklists around the world have gone, oh, hello, IP address, you're sending crap out. So they
turn him off.
Yeah, they banned that IP address from sending mail. And so BigPond saw this and said, okay, well, you guys are banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that led to other problems because the scanner wasn't working, because normally they push scan on their scanner and it emails it to the computer.
To themselves,
Yeah, that didn't work. And, you're pulling your hair out and then you just go, oh, hang on a second. That's why the scanner's not working, because the email's not working. So I tidied the machine up and, got it all going. AVG.
Steve, go for it, my friend. It's a great product. AVG are definitely good product.
Yes, it's not an ad, but I like them. I like it. That's what I use. Okay. Now,
so do I.
Now you got
that. Well, that's what I put on my Windows, people. Yeah. So.
Now you got something.
So just talking about an app. Yeah. There's just a couple of things here. So, I just got reminded the other day because I was having. I'll start again. So, I have a lot of folders with numbers which are just repair authorization numbers.
Yeah.
And then I have a little color system where I color the tags waiting for parts or waiting for insurance approval, waiting for a purchase order. And when I was backing them up using rsync to an external USB drive, they would copy across perfectly except for my color tags, which are just their extended attributes that's in the Finder of Apple's filing system.
Yes.
And rsync, which is a really quick copy system, doesn't copy these extended file attributes.
Oh.
So I went and got Carbon Copy Cloner again. I got the latest version, and you can get a 30-day free trial of it. And the latest one's unbelievably better. This guy's really clever. From what I understand, he started Carbon Copy Cloner, then he went and worked for Apple on their disk utility software, and then he's come back to Carbon Copy Cloner again. Yeah. And it's awesome software. It's not cheap, but it does a fantastic job.
So he just copies attributes
and it just cured the thing in seconds. Unbelievable how quick it fixed the problem.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And just compared two drives, your destination and your original, compares it and says, "Oh, I don't have to do anything. Don't have to do anything." Oh, bang! You've changed that, and it's just fractions of seconds to do the whole job. It's great.
Wow!
And I've used it for a long time, but this just came up lately with this rsync and the color, just putting those colored dots next to it.
Yeah, well, that's what you want. If you're going to go to the trouble copying something, you want to copy the whole lot.
Yeah,
not just because sometimes I don't like on the Windows it'll copy the file, but it'll date stamp it the day you copy it.
Yeah,
I don't really like that, but there's ways around it which you fix up. But okay. Now the book, Michael's reunion.
Yes,
Macworld 30-year reunion book. Are we getting some traction? Now remember, next week, Michael, you go for it.
Yeah, we will have the instructions on how to enter to win your very own copy of our Macworld 30-year reunion book.
Right.
So we've done lots of weeks of me traveling. So next week we'll have a way of entering those into a page. You have a couple of weeks to do that, and then we will draw the winner out and let everybody know who that is.
Now,
and it looks like we're in a great book.
Now, where have you been this week?
No, we stopped our travels last week.
Oh, okay.
Because it was just
getting too much.
Because they've had, what happened was they had, you missed this last week, they had an editor change down at Macworld Australia, and so it didn't quite get pushed out to the printers as fast as they'd like. So it's going to be, instead of being in May, it's going to be in probably June now. So, but we have got it. We have paid for it. We have and nice. I trust Macworld Australia. So I've got no worries about it not turning up. I know it's going to turn up. So
excellent, good stuff. So next week the instructions will be unveiled.
Yes,
on how you can.
We'll probably give you a web page to go to where you just enter the places that I traveled to and push the button and it'll send an entry in.
Excellent.
It'll be pretty simple, and you'll be able to do that as many times as you think you need to.
Now, have you spoken to the webmaster about this page?
Not as yet.
Right.
That's why I haven't done it this week.
Well, you better speak to him. Okay. Now you've got also.
But it is pretty simple to do.
Good.
Yes. Yeah. Now, that's if I can get hold of him. He's pretty hard to get hold of. So.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. It's like gold. Now, now you've got something for the ladies.
Yeah, this is specific for the
and a story. Okay.
I can't say it's specific for the ladies. That'll be a bit general. But there's a app for the iPhone.
Yeah.
And it's called the L'Oreal Makeup Genius. Now, I heard about this the other day, and we put it on my wife's phone, and it was amazing. It was amazing, I could tell you. So you load the app up. It's you hold the phone up in front of you. It's got the camera going straight away. It says scan your face. So you push the button, let it do a scan.
Yeah. Then
you get some choices of sort of makeup styles.
Yeah.
And then you choose the style you want. you keep holding the phone up in front of you, and you can just slide, just with your thumb, just sliding left to right,
Yeah, right.
and it'll change. It'll put different coloured lipstick on you. Bang, just while you're looking at it, with different coloured eyeliner and different coloured, blush on your face and all that sort of stuff. Just while you're moving your thumb, you don't have to hold your head really still or anything,
Yep.
or your hand really still. You can just, it was amazing how it knew exactly where to put those changes and
right.
the way it did it.
Wow.
It was brilliant. So it's worth just using just to.
Did you come out? Did you come out looking all right? Did you?
I did. It took a while, but I've got my L'Oreal look now.
Oh, it's a one that just thankfully you've got the 128 gigabyte phone. Would have taken all that.
Taken a bit more than that.
All those layers, Michael. It was layer upon layer upon layer of makeup. It was
amazing how quick it was, and that was we actually did it on an iPhone 5S.
Yeah,
and it was awesome.
So speaking of that, just quickly, so go have a look at that app. I'm
very impressed. Yeah,
I'm going to go
for a piece of software that doing what it's doing.
I'm going to go and have a look at that app as well. If you're looking at it, if you do actually download that app and have a go, it's a bit of a joke. Send us a picture in. It'd be funny. Okay.
Yes. That's a good idea.
Yeah, send us a picture in.
I'll go and do that now.
We might do it. We'll do our own. I'll do one as well. Now, what was I going to ask you? There'll be another new iPhone this year, 6S.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think I might get on the bandwagon then with the 6S.
Yep.
I'll change from the I don't know, what do you call them? The positive numbered phones or whatever you call them to the
the super phone.
Yeah, the S phones. I'll do that. Okay. Good stuff. All right. Oh, geez, we went a long time tonight, but it's great. It's good stuff. All right. Yes. Okay, that's all, Michael. You got nothing else?
No, we've covered everything there is.
Good stuff. All right. Well, cool. So I hope that's brought you up to date with some Apple news, and you've sucked it all up, and you've been had a good hour. Wow. So good stuff. Don't forget the athwebhosting.com.au, aussiemaxzone.com.au webpage, facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads. Well, there hasn't been too many free apps of note of late. They've been pretty scarce. They've just been pretty poxy ones. I haven't been bothered putting them up. But join us, like us, receive our notifications, though, because, every now and then we'll have something very important to say. So you want to make sure you get that notification. All right, so I guess the other characters will be back next week. So until next time, thanks, Michael, for coming in.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for doing all the hard work.
No worries, and we'll see you next time also. All right, so until then, it's bye for now. Ta-da.